David, hello.
Hi, Rupert. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you very well. Yes.
Nice to meet you. The Sufi retreat over the weekend was wonderful. And
Okay, good, good. Where are you calling from, David?
Berkeley, I was hoping you can come back to Berkeley soon, as those of you.
I'm coming back to Berkeley in, I think in March. Yes.
Oh, great. Yeah, I feel like they usually were in March, and it was just before the pandemic, or right then, the last
Yes,
March.
I'm hoping
Yeah,
to be there again in March. Yeah.
great. Thanks. So I listened to your podcast with Rhonda Byrne from last year, and I know this you're fully your area of expertise, and it's not really mine, but I'm just starting to think, like, how can you talk about how, like, the secret and laws of attraction and manifestation relate to the non-dual teaching? Because typically in that approach, or in our approach in the non-dual path, we kind of, sorry, I'm just reading this out. We watch positive and negative thoughts go by in a neti kind of way, rather than working with them to proactively create some kind of level of reality. Or we understand that whatever King Lear, in your metaphor, for example, was meant to experience has already been decided. So perhaps I can frame the question this way. So could one say that the law of attraction is part of the Tantric path of engaging with the world, and that we know our true creative nature? Or is it the path of bhakti, surrender, and prayer instead of jnana? And so also, given that King Lear and Jane and Mary's dreaming mind aren't actually independent, can they change anything? Can John Smith or Mary intervene, or what? One last quote from Rhonda's book, which I actually really liked. Things aren't happening to you, they're happening for you, which is kind of a nice way of reframing that question.
David, I'm not sure that I've understood your question, but I don't actually speak very much of the law of attraction. I was speaking then because I was having a conversation with Rhonda, and that's one of her. That's one
That's
of
why I
her
was curious, because,
things.
like, I was so surprised to hear you talking with her.
Well, no, I was talking with her because her latest book, The Greatest Secret, she included me in it in
Yeah,
many places, and we've become kind of friends as a result of that. So we were having a conversation.
and I read it and I really enjoyed it. And she didn't actually talk too much about the law of attraction in there. It was
Exactly, because she's sort of moved on from that, really.
Yeah.
So and didn't mention it in her new book, The Greatest Secret.
I think it's a
So
question.
the law of attraction, it's really, let me say this much. It's not really a part of the non-dual understanding, at least not the way I speak of it, but it's based on one valuable idea is that it's based on the idea of abundance and the unlimited nature of reality.
Mm-hmm.
So at the level of, so reality, God's infinite being or pure consciousness is unlimited. It is we as apparently separate self that, due to the narrowness of our vision, impose limits on reality and then react to those limits as if they were real in their own right.
Mm-hmm.
In this way, we create limitations for ourselves, we limit ourselves, and then we think and feel of ourselves as this limited being. And we're surprised then when the universe reflects or mirrors this felt sense of limitation back to us. It's not really the universe that is doing it to us. It is we who are doing it to the universe. So this is the understanding that underlies the law of attraction, that reality is unlimited and therefore abundant.
Mm-hmm. I think that's why I was asking about whether it's kind of the tantric path, because it's like we kind of tap into that abundance, maybe kind of bring it out just as God.
Yes, I refer to when I use the term tantric path, it refers to anything that is inclusive of manifestation,
Yeah.
rather than the Vedantic or inward facing path, which tends to turn away from manifestation. So yes, to the extent that the law of attraction is part of the the broad spiritual understanding, it would be part of the tantric approach. Yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I know it's not a super clear question in my head because I've just been playing with this for a couple of months now, but it's actually helping me deepen my prayer practice and kind of just feeling that sense of oneness. And it brought up a lot of stuff from over the weekend too, the Sufi world also.
David, the way I would, the way I think of it is this, because the law of attraction, it's never really attracted me as an idea.
Yeah, me neither.
But what does attract me is this, what does interest me is this, is the distinction between a personal desire and an impersonal desire.
Mm-hmm.
Personal desire comes from the felt sense of being a separate self, and our desire arises on behalf of that self or that fragment. And it's very difficult for the universe to fulfill a personal desire because the desire is at odds with the reality of the universe. And that's why personal desires, even if they seem to be fulfilled in the short term, tend not to lead to a deep sense of fulfillment or satisfaction. However, an impersonal desire is one that comes from our true nature, from joy, from peace, from love, and seeks to express itself in the world. So it still manifests as a desire, but it's a desire that rises on behalf of the whole. It's a desire that arises on behalf of peace, of love, of truth, of beauty. And such a desire is in line with and an expression of the reality of the universe. And therefore, it's very easy for the universe to fulfill these desires. I think this is a less personal way of thinking of the law of attraction. That if we find personal desires arising in us, rather than seeking to fulfill them, we should seek the person or the self on whose behalf they arise. But if we find an impersonal desire arising in us, that is a desire that arises from love, truth, peace, beauty, justice, and so on, then we should feel free to go out into the world and fulfill it. Because it will not only bring joy to ourselves, it will bring joy to others as well.
Okay. Great. Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I'm looking forward to seeing you again soon.
I hope so. Nice to meet you, David.
You too. Thanks.